thinking about jobs in cybersecurity means understanding what roles there are. There are a lot of roles, obviously, and a lot of that depends on what industry you're in or what sector you're in, whether you're public or private. Obviously, the roles differ greatly. But there is one very nice bit of organization that has come to us in the U.S., and that's through NIST NICE and what they call a workforce framework. I will be absolutely honest. For years, I've been reading the development of that framework. I've seen the different versions they've gone through. And for me, it was always just a list of 7 categories. And those 7 categories were kind of hard to keep straight. And I wasn't even sure which category I'd be in anyway. I didn't relate to them. Well, when cyberseek.org was published, they did a very great favor because one of their co-sponsors, NIST NICE, actually used the framework to organize some of the data. So in that website now, I saw for the first time the 7 categories in a way that made sense to me. No longer a list of types of roles in cybersecurity, but genuinely clusters of roles that allowed me to see actually the differences among them. So is there a difference between operating and maintaining versus the kind of auditing that might be in a different category? Well, of course there are differences. In the case of cyberseek.org, they've used color coding, that helps, but also size and shape to be able to show the coordination of the data across those 7 categories. For the first time, I have a proportional view of what's in what category. The category of investigation may be very tiny compared to the category of operate and maintain. That makes sense, right? And suddenly it wasn't a list of 7 things that may or may not be equal. It was a graphical representation of just how different those categories are, and the fact that I can actually say in this era which one is a bigger deal and which one is receding perhaps. And this is where I'll sneak in a bit of a warning about using CyberSeek or any other report on data out of the industry, and that is that things change. They can change a lot. In my shop, we've been tracking CyberSeek across several months, and we have actually recorded what numbers they're reporting in, February of the year, and then again in June of the year, and then finally in August of the year. And what we've seen is genuinely the fluidity of this industry. So of course, numbers of jobs change, and that means in something like the framework, the shape and the size of those category boxes change. It's a wonderful opportunity to watch an industry develop, obviously, but also on a personal level to be able to really get the deep meaning of what those categories are, what those roles are. Many of us go into a profession and just sort of fall in because of where we got our training, or which professors gave us the easy access to a particular pathway into career. But here we are with this national look, at least in the US, and we're able to see proportionally, and we think accurately, although the trends change, what the real differences are between the sectors. Does it mean it will affect which sector you choose? Maybe not. Maybe not at all. However, you will be a better speaker to your profession because you will understand the whole picture and not just the one pathway you're taking.